There's an op-ed piece in the Observer that the Democrats revived the failed Pied Piper strategy for 2018, and it's by Michael Sainato. It's a small little op-ed piece, but it reiterates everything we've been talking about the DNC is not learning anything. So the Pied Piper strategy was what Hillary Clinton's strategy. This was some leaked emails. They used that term, Pied Piper strategy, to show Ted Cruz and Trump as just right-wing extremists, and we're better than Trump. So we obviously know that strategy failed miserably, right? In October of 16, they were even saying their polls, oh, Hillary's going to crush Trump. She's even going to win Texas. And it shows that when you run a policy of nothing, just we're not them. That's the whole Democrats, we're not them. Not we have better ideas. We have better plans. We have things that will help working class people. We just say, the Democrats just say, oh, we're better than him. They're going back to that strategy for the 2018 midterms. And the other video I did, Donna Brazile has been put on the rules committee by Tom Perez. Fantastic. So what they're doing is they're going after far-right Republican candidates in the midterms and just saying, look, he's a wingnut. I'm not them. It's like that guy, what was it, John Ossoff, that lost in Georgia, and he ran a campaign of nothing. Nothing. And I've also done another article of how like populists are winning in the South in mayoral races and smaller races like that because we need a populist progressive candidate and policy. That's the only thing that's going to beat the far right. And if you just keep coming back with we're not them and look at all the corporate checks I take, they're going to go fuck you. It's unbelievable. So this article is fantastic. I'm going to read a little bit about the dumb strategy today that the Democrats are doing. So several Democrats cited that the strategy was successful in Senator Claire McCaskill's 2012 election. We're not in 2012. In which she financed ads to boost flawed Republican candidate. Politico reported possibilities abound to revive the strategy next year, Democrats say. They're exploring states, including Arizona, where Kelly Ward, a challenger to Senator Jeff Flake, and Senator John McCain should vacate his seat as quickly as possible after his brain cancer diagnosis. They're looking at Nevada, where frequent candidate Danny Tarkanian, who once mused about pretending we're black, referring to his African-American opponent, is running against Senator Dan Heller. Democratic strategists are currently developing opposition research on Republican primary candidates, hoping to manufacture outrage among the media and voters by exploiting the most extreme voices of the right. No! Go into those red states with a populist progressive policy. You will win. This is going to help workers. This is going to help your day-to-day needs like healthcare. I'm going to come up with universal healthcare in this state. That's what you do. We're going to make universal healthcare in Arizona a thing. Go that route. Go that route. If you help people's day-to-day financial needs, they don't give a shit about Russia. They don't give a shit about any of that. Address like, we're not going to have fracking, so you're not going to have dirty water. We're going to protect your kids. We're going to give college education, right? We're going to find money so, community colleges are free. Stuff like that. That would make people get behind you. If you just go, oh, they're nuts. Who are you? If there's a Republican versus a Democrat that's basically just a pro-choice Republican, they're going to go for the real Republican. That's what they're going to vote for in these red states. Look what Bernie Sanders has done. Now, we can all debate and talk about maybe Bernie is sold out or maybe he's not the guy anymore. But even you saw him, though, after the election, go into like West Virginia and talk to coal miners who would never have thought of him. But that's what Bernie could have done had he gotten the nomination, not been cheated, or had he run as an independent. He would have gone to those states and said, I'm here to help you. This is what I'm going to do. That's what you need. But you can't do that when you've got corporate Democrats that are taking money from the healthcare industry and the banking industry and oil and everybody else. It's like, well, if there's two corrupt, awful politicians, well, I'll go with the right-wing one because, I like, guns or whatever. I'm pro-life. That's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. So you just hang on these 2 or 3 things. Oh, I'm pro-choice. I'm for gay marriage. But everything else, I'm just pro-banking and everything. Then they're going to go, the hell with you then. The hell with you. If you come in and say, look, I'm going to give you health care. I'm going to give you universal health care. I'm going to do student debt forgiveness. I'm going to bring the minimum wage in this state up to $15 an hour. That affects people's daily lives. Then you know what they might do? They might be willing to listen to you going, you know what? The Constitution's pretty clear. Everybody should be able to get married. Gay marriage, we're going to support that. You know what I mean? Like, you give people a job, you give people health care, then they might listen to your left-leaning, ideologies about culture. That they might be more willing to listen to that. But if you just say, you're wrong, you're stupid, you're a deplorable, I'm not going to help you out on your daily life, but you're racist if you don't back all of my things, they're going to say, go fuck yourself. I'm not excusing the racism of the far right at all. This country is very, very racist. But the Democratic Party is pretty racist too. So, and I'll read the last paragraph here from Michael Sainato. The Pied Piper strategy is dangerous. When it fails, far-right extremist candidates attain positions of power. See what happens? Hedges talks about this. When the liberal elites, the liberal class, the liberal institutions become corrupt, then it opens the way for demagogues like Trump. It also breeds attack ads and dirty politics as opposed to focusing on issues that resonate with voters. In the wake of the 2016 election, the Democratic Party is looking for a band-aid approach to its larger problems, opting to create unrest in the opposition party over reconciling with its own internal battles as it seeks to avoid unifying with progressives. They refuse because the progressives affect their money. They would rather lose to Republicans than let progressives win or take over their party. The Democratic Party risks greater losses at the hands of far-right Republicans. And you know what? Maybe this needs to happen. Maybe the Democrats need to get their asses kicked in 2018. And then more people will just go, the Democrats are idiots, and bail on them and form a real third party. Thanks for watching the show, you guys. Thanks for supporting it. And I need your help on Patreon because YouTube is saying that my content is not suitable for most advertisers. So the link to this article in the Patreon and my show dates and everything are, if you don't want to give to Patreon, there's a PayPal button online. Also, I'm going to put my it's P.O. Box 5069, Santa Monica, California, 90409. You can make a check out to Palm Strike Inc. or to me, Graham Elwood, if you just want to give me money and you don't want to be on the internet. I've heard that from people too. So somebody suggested I do that. So several of you actually. So that's what I'm doing. Thanks for watching.